everyone, Tracy here. I'm going to share with you a whole bunch of cards and layouts that I had made. A couple weeks ago, I was supposed to be at this big crop event called Crop and Create in Winnipeg, and sadly it was canceled, like everything else has been canceled lately. So I decided to kind of follow their schedule. Of course, I couldn't do the classes, but I decided to follow their schedule and have my own little crop. And as it turned out, a lot of my friends joined in, and even women that I didn't even know joined in, so that was awesome. So I just made the best of a bad situation. So I'm going to share with you the layouts I did, and most of them, well actually all of them, were from kits. Like I had mentioned years ago, I never followed kits before until I went to the Crop and Create event, and I bought a couple kits, and that kind of just re-sparked my love of scrapbooking. I was always making mini albums there I had a little hiatus of making scrapbooks, and this kind of, the kits made me just re-sparked my love of scrapbooking. So I'm going to show you the kits and I'll tell you who they're from. So when I said I stuck to their schedule, I mean I stuck to their schedule as much as I could. So Friday started from 3 to midnight, and so that's what I did. Actually, I came down here earlier because I had to clean my desk off first, and I did it from 3 to midnight. And then they had like a dessert buffet at 9:30. So 9:30 I went upstairs and I had a piece of my daughter's birthday cake. I think I had a leftover piece of my daughter's birthday cake. So I tried to stick to the schedule, and I'd FaceTime my friends in between there. But honestly, I got so much done because I was by myself. Because when I go to a crop, I love to socialize. So here is the first kit I worked on. And this kit is designed by Virginia Nebel. And I love these papers, the Simple Stories papers. And there's the 2-page layout. And I think I stuck exactly with what she had planned. Lots of times I switch things up, or I don't like a piece of paper, so I use the other side of it. But for this one, I think I pretty much stuck with everything she did. And I have to add photos, but that is another task I'm planning on doing next, is to get all my layouts without photos, put some photos on them. And here is the second layout, second 2-page layout from Virginia. So at first, honestly, I wasn't too sure about the house until I started adding all the papers and stickers and that on there. Then I'm like, oh, I really do like that. So there is another 2-page spread. And I'm going to put pictures. I took some pictures, so I'll show pictures where you can see them better. And then another thing I wanted to do was kill my kits. That's the thing I'm trying to do. Usually I have so much left over from these kits that I just put them back in the bag, and then I have little bits and pieces everywhere in these bags. So what I was trying to do was trying to kill the kits. So I made some cards. So besides the stamp, this stamp here, everything else was in the kit, and the cardstock was mine for the base of the cards. And this one I think might be my favorite because I love hearts, and I popped those up a little bit. And then this one here, again, this was my stamp, and I stamped it out, and then I cut all the letters out individually. And these were just little leftover stickers. I still have a few little pieces, but actually not very many, so I was quite happy about that. So that's the first day, and I ended a little bit after midnight. And then the second day, Saturday, I'll show you which layouts I did for Saturday. The crop was supposed to start at 8 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, and I'm not a morning person, so I did not start at 8 o'clock, but I think I went to midnight. I pushed that part. So on the second day I worked on a Chamel Lane kit, and it came with this, but it didn't tell you what you're supposed to do with the layout or with the book. But she had written this, and then this piece was just from a piece of her pattern paper, the little strip you cut off. So I just put it on there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the book yet, but the book came with the kit. And it was a 1-page layout. So I made this one here. And this was a punch out, and then you had to fussy cut the paper behind it. So there's this. And then I had leftovers for this one as well. So what I did was I made this one, and I actually have a picture on it. So to start my crop, because usually when you go to a crop, they have a photo booth. Especially Crop and Create has a photo booth. So for this photo here, what I did was I made this Polaroid frame out of foam core, and I put the little flowers on it, just with the stick pins. I stuck them in. And then this I just wrote on my, on an app from my phone. The Crop and Create Solo 2020. So I made this with a lot of her leftover papers. So this one wasn't in the kit. She only had a one-page kit, so I made this one. This paper, and this reminds me like a Heidi Swapp. I love Heidi Swapp, but it's not. And then I had some more leftovers, so I just made a little card. And I did have some chipboard pieces or some other pieces in her kit, but they reminded me of like a big city, and my one friend, she loves to go to New York, so I'm giving her those. So more or less killed this kit too. Also on the second day, on the Saturday, I made this kit, and it was designed by Nicole Noasad. With this kit, I just love this grid. It is a die cut piece that was in the kit. I just love this one. This paper is not my favorite, but it gets filled with a whole bunch of photos. That's why there's no mats. This one doesn't have a photo, and then this one has, I want to say, 6 photos on it. And that goes like that. And these foam letters are all white, and then you colored them up. And she said to use an ink, and I thought if I used archival ink it would be fine, but nope. I had it all over my fingers, and as you can see, it still bothers me that it smeared on here. So then I took my Copics, and or not Copics, but another alcohol marker, and it seemed to work. But I don't know why. I thought for sure the ink pad would have worked, but it did not. So there's that one. This one I'm pretty sure I followed hers exactly as well. This one I totally changed up because it was getting late, and I'll show you her layout. She cut strips of paper and she weaved them. And I'm like, yep, nope, I'm not doing that. And it was too late, so I just made this layout here. And I thought this would be cute for a camp photo. So I might have, if I can find a whole family camp photo, I'll put that there. And then this one here, there was lots leftovers, so I made this layout here. I just love that little truck, and then I put all the flowers like coming out of the truck and around here. And I want this one to be like, this reminded me of those welcome signs everybody's making now. And I thought this would be good for a camp photo as well, because I have these milk cans on either side of our driveway at camp that I put flowers in. So I think this one's going to be a camp layout, but I really like how it turned out, and I like the pattern of the paper here. And then because I didn't cut all the strips, which I think is so funny, because as I was posting, I was getting a lot of feedback from the designers and Catherine from Crop and Create. And when I posted that, I changed that one up because I didn't want to do all these little strips and it's too late. And Nicole commented, and she's like, yeah, I don't blame you, which I thought was hilarious. She's the one that designed it that way. So then I had all this extra paper left because I didn't cut the strips, so I just made a whole bunch of cards. And a lot, these are like popped up. And like this is a cutout, and then these are, how many are in behind there? 2, I think, ephemera pieces. And then here again, the truck was plain, and I just put the flowers, so the flowers were coming out of the truck. And then I just added some enamel dots to the flowers there. So that's the one set of cards. And here's the second set of cards. It's so nice, and it's so like, oh, I killed a kit. It makes me feel so happy that I killed these kits. So that was the Saturday. So that was a late night. And again, like I said, I was FaceTiming my friends all during this as well. So for Sunday, the crop started at 8 o'clock again, and then it ended at 4. Well, I did not start at 8 o'clock. I probably started closer to noon, and I think I was done around 5, I think, after cleaning up and everything. So I received this, who is this from now? I worked on this Close to My Heart kit. I don't know where I got this from. I don't think I bought it. I think it was probably given to me or I won it or something. And I have never had a kit that was like cut and paste. Like, no, this wasn't even cut. It was just paste. Everything was pre-cut for me. Even like these little pieces here. I just had to pop these out. Like, I have never had... I almost felt like I was cheating, but they turned out pretty good. And I have pictures on them of my husband and I. So this is a 2-page spread of this one, and I haven't done any journaling yet. So I even printed out these photos. And then this was also not only a 2-page spread, but it also was like a project lifestyle, which I don't do your traditional project life, but I put the pieces in and I wrote where I was going to put photos as per the instructions. We'll see if that ever gets done. But this is what they show you everything. This is, if you do not like to think too much, these are the kits to get. Like, seriously, they were cut and paste. Like I said, I felt like I was cheating, but they turned out really pretty. So that was Sunday. And then every Friday night, my friends and I get together for Friday night scrapbooking. But again, we can't do that because of what's happening in the world right now. So I found another kit from Creative Memories. Again, I have no idea how I got it. Oh, yes, I do, actually. We were at a crop. A few of my friends and I went to this one crop, and it was at our table. Everybody got a kit. So this is the layout. This one I changed up. This one was supposed to look like this. But this one here, and I think it was the other side of this paper you're supposed to use. And then this side of the paper was supposed to have this on. I'm like, ooh, no, that's just too busy for me. So I made it plain. These are not my type of scrapbooking, but seriously, easy enough to follow. They're all, this one is cut and paste. It tells you exactly how to cut each thing. It has a diagram. If I could find my instructions, it totally tells you how to cut everything. It even has like photos on what to cut each piece of paper, and then it tells you where to put it and which ones they are. So this one was like easy to follow. So I did this Friday night, which was a good thing because you don't really have to think about them. And I was FaceTiming with, did I have 7 of my friends on for Friday night? We were FaceTiming 7 of us together. So this was an easy one to follow. And then here is the second page. And even though I said I know this isn't really my style, but you know what? These are going to be perfect for camp pictures. Just all the browns and the greens, I think they're perfect for camp pictures. So there we go. Here's a little tip. This is what I like to do. Because I think I only had, this is my paper here, this cardstock, the pattern cardstock, and I only had one piece. So this is what I do a lot. I cut out just the outer part because I just wanted a little border. So I cut that out, and then I have the whole inside of this piece to map my photos. I do that a lot. I am thrifty, even though I have so much paper, I'm very thrifty on it. So I just wanted to share with you what I've been up to lately. Now I have to go and get pictures for all these layouts, and I have, I don't know how many iris cases, I want to say like 4 iris cases or more, full of layouts without photos, and then I have probably 5 or 6 iris cases filled with layouts that have photos, but they're not in an order. I just make it, put it in there, make it, put it in there, that need to get into albums. So my goal is to do that. I have so many goals, it's not even funny. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you are all safe and you can carve out some creative time for yourself, because honestly, it is a great de-stressor to be creative right now. So thanks again everybody. Bye now.